All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the Great Millstone, pushing this truth, pushing the truth. You know what I'm saying? Great Millstone has the truth. All right. And much peace, love, and salutation to you, Aki. I'm preaching this correct doctrine and truth and sincerity, All right. And hey man, this is just a sister asked a question, you know what I'm saying? And this is just made me dive deeper into it, and this can be a confirmation for you, sincere believers out there who want to be edified, Now I pray through the spirit, this is edification, but there are so many scriptures that I didn't even know was in here until a sister asked a question and I started diving into it. And I was like, yo, anybody that says Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, I ask you to look at these scriptures and then let the scriptures be true, let every man be a liar. Okay, so this is to ask the question here. I'm gonna just scroll down. So she said, what is so significant about the new moon? As in, what do we do? Is it a Sabbath? All right, and the answer is that it is a Sabbath. Now it was a feast day. I'm gonna get straight to the point here, and then I'll go into some of these scriptures just to show you, how important the new moon is, All right. Salakia, just getting to the one that I just brought up here recently. Now. All right, so this is Isaiah 66. And this is this looks like a prophecy, but still, this is how important the new moon is to the Most High. Isaiah 66 and 22 is where I'll start. For as the new heavens and the new earth which I will make shall remain before me, saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. So the Most High set up the new moon, Salakia. I drank some coffee, so it's got me burping. Salakia. But anyway, the Most High set up the new moon to be a holy day, a Sabbath, so to speak. It's like a grand Sabbath, It indicates when the new month comes in, but it also indicates that day itself is a Sabbath. All right, so let's see here. All right, so this is just showing you the importance of it being like unto a Sabbath. Ezekiel 46:1, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the gate of the inner court that looketh toward the east shall be shut. And we're supposed to pray towards the east. So this is a holy place. It shall be shut the 6 working days, but on the Sabbath it shall be opened. And in the day of the new moon it shall be opened. So both of these are similar days. The new moon and the Sabbath are basically the same thing, but in the new moon, there would usually be a gathering or a feast. So to back that up, I'm going to get Samuel. Salakia. 1 Samuel 20:5. And David said unto Jonathan, behold, tomorrow is the new moon, and I should not fail to sit with the king at meat, but let me go that I may hide myself in the field unto the 3rd day at evening. So that Sabbath represented the first day of the month. That new moon represented the first day of the month and also the first day of that week, you see? So he was like, look, let me go hide until the 3rd day, see? All right, 1 Samuel 20:18. Then Jonathan said to David, tomorrow is the new moon, and thou shalt be missed because thy seat will be empty. The new moon, on the new moon, they would get together. David would go before Saul and Jonathan, and they would have like a feast. You see? So 1 Samuel 20:24. So David hid himself in the field, and when the new moon was come, the king sat him down to eat meat. See? So the Sabbath was held as a gathering, it's a solemn feast. Okay. 2 Kings 4:23. All right. And so 2 Kings 4:22, and she called unto her husband and said, send me, I pray thee, one of the young men and one of the asses, that I may run to the man of the Most High and come again. She's like, let me just go here and I'll come back. And he said, wherefore wilt thou go to him today? Why you got to leave today? It is neither new moon or Sabbath. Ain't no gathering today. So what's the special event that you got to leave and go? Because it was customary for us to gather on the new moon. It's like a Sabbath. And she said, it shall be well. She was like, let me go anyway. But that ain't the point. The point is, this is a solemn assembly. This is a solemn gathering. Salaki, I'm going to have to edit this part out. All right, Salaki, you know how it be sometimes. You be trying to make a video and then something come up. I had to handle some business real quick. Salakia. All right, but back to what I was saying. So yeah, that's the point, man. That's the point. The new moon is very important. And hey, we could just go through some more of these. You know what I'm saying? First Chronicles 23 and 31. All right. First Chronicles 23 and 21. I think I didn't pull up the whole chapter. That's 28. Okay. Both for the so I'll just do First Chronicles 23 and 29 for both, for the showbread and for the fine flour, for meat offering, and for the unleavened cakes, and for that which is baked in the pan, and for that which is fried, and for all manner of measure and size, and to stand every morning to thank and praise the Lord, and likewise at evening, and to offer all sacrifices unto the Lord in the Sabbaths, in the new moons, and in the set feasts by number, according to the order commanded unto them continually before the Lord. And usually when you see the Sabbaths, you see the new moons right after it in these different examples, Second Chronicles. And that was talking to the Levites, but it also says that all of Israel should do this. And we about to go to it right now. Second Chronicles 2 and 4. I'll just start at 1. 2 and 1. And Solomon determined to build an house for the name of the Lord, and an house for his kingdom. And Solomon told out 70,000 men to bear burdens, and 80,000 to hew in the mountain, and 3,600 to oversee them. And Solomon sent to Huram, the king of Tyre, saying, as thou didst deal with David my father, and didst send him cedars to build him an house to dwell in, even so deal with me. Behold, I build an house to the name of my Lord, my power, to dedicate it to him, and to burn before him sweet incense, and for the continual showbread, and for the burnt offerings morning and evening, on the Sabbaths and on the new moon. See, back to back, they're basically the same thing. A new moon is like a grand Sabbath, which a Sabbath is a time of mourning. In some cases it's a time that you can do good. It's a time that you're not supposed to work. It's a time of rest. It's a time of worshiping the Most High. You see? But really, Sabbath was created for us to have a day of rest, you see? But there's nothing wrong with doing good on the Sabbath like Yahweh Shai did. I'll just get that briefly. Because they tried to use that against him. Mark 3, 1 through 6. And he entered again into the synagogue, and there was a man there which had a withered hand. And they watched him whether he would heal him on the Sabbath day, that they might accuse him. And he said unto the man which had the withered hand, stand forth. And he saith unto him, is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? But they held their peace. And when he had looked around about on them with anger, being grieved for the hardness of their hearts, he saith unto the man, stretch forth thine hand. And he stretched it out, and his hand was restored whole as the other. And the Pharisees went forth and straightway took counsel with the Herodians against him, how they might destroy him. So as you can see, the example of the Messiah, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the anointed one, it's okay to do good on the Sabbath. It's okay to help somebody out on the Sabbath. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The Sabbath was created for you. But it's also gonna symbolize, and does symbolize, a time to where you think on the Most High. We're supposed to think on him continually, but Mark 2 and 27. Oh, it was in the same chapter. Salaki. And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. So the Sabbath was made for you. You know, the Sabbath was made for us to have a day of rest. Now, in this captivity, you know, we do not always have a day of rest. But these people out here preaching that it's Saturday to Sunday, man, it goes by the moon, you know? It goes, the days go by the moon. Let's get that. Genesis 1:14. And the Most High said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years. Well, where's the word moon? Where's the word month at? We just only gonna use it for days, and we're gonna skip straight to years. Well, how do we go into the years? You go by the months. See? You go by the months. All right, so this is Psalms 104:19. He appointed the moon for seasons. The sun knoweth his going down. See, the moon appoints the seasons. How do you count the seasons? Well, after you count this many months, then you know it's going to be the spring. You count this many months, you know the winter's going to last a certain amount of time. And that's just how we do it, you know? You know? Like I said, hopefully this is edifying, because, Satan, he works against, the truth coming out. And I'm not saying that the people that call me is the devil or nothing, but that's how he operates, Something come up and then somebody want to call you right in the middle of your lesson. So like, I'm going to get back on the topic now. All right. So I'm going to get out the one that brothers always love to use, if I can find it here. Yeah. Amos 8:5. Let's see. I might need to get a little bit above that. Probably 4. Yeah. Amos 8:4. Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, falsifying the balances by deceit. So, but the point is, the new moon and the Sabbath are to be treated the same way. You don't sell on the new moon. You don't sell on the Sabbath. You see, the new moon is a Sabbath. So if we know that we're in captivity, some people had to work on the Sabbath, not Saturday, on the actual Sabbath. Okay. Like the brother was put forth on his page, the Sabbath, and like it showed on my page, because I posted the new moon. Let's go to it real quick. I posted this recent new moon, just a repost because the brother posted it. So I posted it to share with everybody. But the last one was Tuesday evening to Wednesday evening. So the Sabbath starts Tuesday night and it ends Wednesday night. So if you had to work anytime in between Tuesday night to Wednesday night, you was working on the Sabbath. But we in our captivity, you see? So you can't always control that, You can't always control that. All right? So that's why I said that, the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. And plus, like I said, we're in this captivity, but it is supposed to be a Sabbath. And the rules of the Sabbath are supposed to be observed on the new moon. You're not doing your own pleasure. You're not having sex. You're not getting stone drunk, or sloppy drunk. You're not doing all those different things. You're meditating on the scripture. You're meditating on the Lord. You're allowed to do good things. But first of all, but really, you're supposed to rest and think on the Most High. Sometimes you can fast to afflict yourself. It's a day of rest and a day of giving reverence to the Most High, man. And it's not according to this Gregorian calendar. It's according to the moon. The moon is for months, Ecclesiasticus 43:7. From the moon is the sign of feasts, including the new moon Sabbath. The moon is the sign of feasts, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name. This is how we determine when the month starts. See? Increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. The month is called after her name. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name. And so, let me get, I already got that. So let me pull out this. So now when you look at the online etymology. This is just to finally end this debate, because there's people that don't believe that the new moon is the Sabbath, and it don't matter, brother. Well, look, man, it is what it is. We're in our captivity, but it's good to know the truth. The truth shall set you free. Okay? When you go into the word moon, no, actually, when you go into the word month, let's go into the word month. Okay? English manal from Proto-Germanic menoth, source of Old Saxon, Old Frisian monath, manet, mand, Old High German manad, Old Norse manor, Greek menos, month, related to menon, moon. See, moon. The month was calculated from lunar phases. Its cognates mean only month. See? So that's what it is. It's a month. The month is called after her name, and in the Most High is true. That's why when you go to what this word means, the month, it means moon. So anybody teaching that the new moon is not the Sabbath, they're going off. And the Most High is not dealing with them in this aspect. They may know they are Israelite, but if you can't go look up this word and see that it actually means moon and that it's going by the new moon, then the Most High just does not appear to be dealing with you. Okay. All right, I already read this one. And that's not from a proud stance either, man. That's just showing there's too many scriptures that's showing you that the new moon is important and that it represents a month and that it's also a Sabbath. Psalms 81:3. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed, on our solemn feast day. And what did King David do? Well, he wasn't a king at the time, but what did David do? What did David and Saul and Jonathan do on the new moon? They had a solemn feast. He sat him down to eat meat. See? So it's a Sabbath. Yes, it is a Sabbath. It is the first Sabbath of the month to let you know when the new month begins. And from that, you say day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. On day 7, you have another Sabbath, So an easy way to calculate it is this. So like it. Now I got to bring my dang on channel up again, So Thursday evening to Friday evening is a Sabbath. So you go 7 days. So next Thursday evening after that to that Friday evening that follows is another Sabbath, and so on and so forth. Now, I'll give you a good example, It goes by the moon, so sometimes it kind of skips. Like the new moon last week was from Tuesday evening to Wednesday evening. See? So it ended last night. We cool right now. But tomorrow evening, we have another Sabbath. So this is like a double Sabbath almost. Sometimes you have them back to back. Sometimes you get to have Sabbath off, like it ended last night. Today we cool, but after the evening, the Sabbath is back in effect. But don't be over righteous. We're rehearsing the righteous acts. So you do the best of your ability. If you have to cook, then you have to cook. You see? If you have to buy some gas, you're not going to be stranded, because, you're not going to just let yourself get stranded on the side of the road because, I ain't buying nothing, man. It's a Sabbath in the gas station right there and you got money. You see? So we're not going to be over righteous. But to answer your question simply, it is a Sabbath. Hopefully that has been shown through the scriptures, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. All honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations to you humble listeners out there. You hopefully elect, making your body a living sacrifice for the Most High. As far as you brothers go, and also you women who's listening and learning in sincerity. And with that, I'll say shalom.